All right, in this short demo, we're going to show you how GroupKii actually works and how you can use it inside of your groups on Facebook. So the first thing, of course, we're going to want to do is log into our GroupKii application, and we're going to add a group. Now, if you miss any of the steps, feel free to reach out to our support team. We do have help articles that walk through each of these as well. So as you can see, I already have 2 groups already inside of my GroupKii application. The first one I'm going to want to come to is the GroupKii Community Official Group. Now, this is the main one. This is the one that I pull the questions from, and this is the one that has right now 23 members that are waiting for approval. So what we're going to want to do is add your group here. Of course, you'll name it, and that is all you would need to do. Then we're going to come in, and I'm just going to come to our GroupKii Community Official Group. As you can see, it is turned off for the auto approval. We also have our welcome post and our Google Sheet. A few other things that you want to take in consideration is our global segments. So we have our global segments here for our welcome message. Now we have our welcome name, and I'm going to go ahead and post these up here. We have our welcome name to our community. Please reach out if you have any questions. These are the personal messages that will be sent out as soon as they are approved. I also have super excited to have you here in the group with us. Name, which would be whatever name pulls. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. And my last one that I have right here. We have welcome name to our awesome GroupKii community. We look forward to providing you value and insight as to how to use our software to further your business goals. Now we only have 3, so it's going to spin each of these messages when you approve the individual that is wanting access to your group. So I'm just going to go ahead and select the check mark. There we go. All right, so the first thing we're going to want to do is come into our auto approval. Now here you'll see the approval interval. This is how many minutes you want it to run. You can set it for less than 5. You can set it for 1 minute, but it will continuously run. So just make sure you have enough members inside of your group to actually use that feature. I like to keep mine to 60, but since I'm going to test, I'm going to move it down to 5 minutes. You can also here, if you have a group specifically for females or specifically for males, you can choose whichever one you want to add, and the other one will, of course, be declined. I'm going to select all. This one is located or lives in. Now, Facebook allows you to see that on the profile. So when you come here to a profile, and I'm just going to use Russell Brunson as an example. We're going to come over here, and you'll be able to see right here, lives in Boise, Idaho. So you'll put Boise, Idaho inside of this field right here. And I'll pull this up again. So you'll put Boise, Idaho right here. Now, if you have a local business, you'll want to just have a group of people in your surrounding area. This would be very useful for you. Has a number of mutual friends with me, so you can do at least 1 mutual friend. This is what that number is. Also, it'll be at least 5 mutual friends. So I'm just going to leave it 0. Has number of friends in a group with me. Same thing as mutual friends with me. And also has number of groups in common with me. So it's at least 1 or 0. So they don't have to have the same number, or at least the number of groups involved with you. We also have our all questions are answered. Now, normally when you first start this, you're going to have this checked off. So all of these will be checked off. And you can come in and say, I want all the questions that are answered. The email is dropped in one of the questions. New members agree to group rules. And we also have welcome message and decline message. So here I have our welcome message. And I have one of the global segments, so it spins it when it sends to the individual. I also have a little meme here that also goes through and shares with them kind of a few things, go through the group rules and things like that. So that is my image here. I'm actually going to change that image and I'm going to pull this one over here. If I can grab it, there we go. And I believe it is this one. There we go. And I already selected my segment, so it's inside of here. And I also have a decline message as well. So you can choose to refer them back to the group if they haven't answered the questions, or you could just reach out and say, hey, thank you for your interest. We've declined your approval to our group. If you want to, you can fill out these questions. Or if you are just a female group and males end up joining the group, of course you could be like, well, you don't meet the standards for our group. We apologize, but we have declined your request. And then you can have a conversation with that individual as well. So you can choose between whether or not you want to welcome your individuals with a welcome message or a decline message. Either way, you can choose between these two and you don't have to use them. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave that with my welcome. I'm going to save and update. I'm going to come back in because I want to set up my decline message for those individuals that did not fill out all of the questions, or at least some of them. So let's go ahead and set up our decline message for our interest in joining GroupKii. Declined your request. If you would like to come back, and I'm going to, of course, fix my spelling error, and then we're going to go and add the name here. Name. Okay, so I have my decline message. I also have my welcome message. And let's go ahead and make sure I did save it, but just in case, I want to come back, and I also want to post our welcome post. So here I have welcome name to our GroupKii family. We're excited to have you here. I'm going to change this one to the other one. So let's go ahead and grab that other one with the group right here. There we go, and save and update. One more thing that I want to make sure is that I push the information to my Google Sheet. So I have a Google Sheet already filled out with my information on it. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that one up so I can share with you all what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to click our View Google Sheet. And I have this right here. Of course, I'm not going to share any of the emails, so I do have a couple of people inside of here already. It will push the questions as well into this Google Sheet. It will name it your group, so no matter how many groups you have, you can have a Google Sheet attached. Pretty soon, we're going to be releasing it into the Chrome store, so this is just what I have on my desktop. So as soon as we release it to the Chrome store, there will be other features as well. So let's go ahead and save it just in case. And once again, I just want to make sure I have everything situated that I want. And I don't want that one right there because I have a lot of people joining the group that aren't in Boise. So I don't need mutual friends. I also don't need friends that have the same group as me, common groups. And they've answered all the questions. I want to send out a welcome message, and I also want to send out a decline message. So let's go ahead and move this down to just a couple of minutes, and you will begin to see. So as you let the software run, what you're going to want to do is just go do something else. You don't want to tinker with it at all. You can do other things, unlike with L Messenger Pro. This will pop up on your screen. So wherever you have it on your screen right here, it will pop up on your screen. So if you're busy doing work, if you're busy having conversations, it will pop up depending on the time that you choose. So if you choose every minute to run the software, it will pop up every minute and it will look for people that are trying to join your group. Once it gets everybody that's trying to join your group, you'll want to turn that off. So make sure you are monitoring your group and making sure that the software is off when you are not using it. You could set it to 60 minutes, just like I did. You can also set it for more. So it all depends on how you want to run your group. Remember that this group app is supposed to help you manage your group. So let's go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and refresh. Make sure that we have everybody inside of here. So our first one that we're going to have is Stephanie Thomas. Of course, she had filled out the information. I've blotted out the information on the screen. We have a Matt. He also filled out all the information. So we are just going to wait. Heather should get the decline. There we go. We got our first decline. And I believe we also have Hendry as well. Yep. There we go. Okay, so since I got my first decline, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like inside of the Google Sheet when I had pushed it automatically over. Now, when I want to turn this off, all you have to do is come over here and set the auto approve to off and then hit save and update. Now with this one, I just turn it back to 60 minutes, just in case, because you never know if you turn this on, you don't want it to run. You want to actually go look at your group and make sure you have all the information and that everything is selected that you want to collect inside of the Google Sheet and approve the individuals. Since I didn't hit save, that's why it popped up. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save on this one and save and update. And then of course I'm going to turn it off. So save and update. All right. Now let's go ahead and head over to my messenger. And here is where we're going to see the automated tag from Messenger Pro in our messenger. So I have a default tag for these individuals that I added to the group. And of course, I've already talked to these individuals, so they already have a tag. But the ones that I haven't talked to before, I do not have a tag for them. So they get the default tag that I have it set for Messenger Pro. So as soon as it's launched into the Chrome store, we'll have everything all lined out and we'll be able to get your feedback. Now with this, you are able to get early access to GroupKii. As soon as it's launched into the Chrome store and it's approved, you will get first access. You'll get the email that says you have just gotten access for GroupKii and here are your login details. So this is going to be pretty awesome and I hope you've enjoyed the demo so far. So let me go ahead and show you. As you can see, this was a declined, and then this was a welcome. So of course it didn't bring in the picture, and that's one of the things that we do need to work out, but so far it ran like it should. I have everybody that I had approved here, which is pretty awesome. It's all inside of my Google Sheets. Pretty cool. And I hope you guys enjoyed the demo so far. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.